Daddy David cooking up steak.
Cooking up steak.
Stick on my plate, steak.
Yeah.
All right.
Something tells me this man would look good in an apron.
That's facts.
In which every YouTube video we upload, we have to click in the settings. No, it's not made for kids.
Dude, oh my god. And you're just like a prepubescent teen. You have no idea like how to talk to women or anything. You've never talked to a woman, and you just hear yeah. And it's just like, come on, man. Like, I shouldn't be hearing this.
Yeah, that is true.
Becky's throwing it back in the corner, but I've never even hugged a girl, so I don't know what the fuck is going on.
He's throwing it back in the corner.
I like the freaking Minecraft remix better than the original, honestly. I do not like the original song at all.
Cameron, wow. Okay, whoa.
The Minecraft remix is pretty dope.
Spicy.
Though.
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to episode 31 of the Unboxing Life podcast. I'm Cameron. I'm one of your four hosts for today. In one corner, we got Treasure Coon.
Oh my god. I'm here. Holy shit. I'm so happy to be here. Yeah. Hi, guys.
Happy to have you. Another corner, we got Dave Vision.
What is up, guys and gals? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
And in the final corner, we got Amo.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Yeah.
So we are here
form
today.
Like Voltron.
Stop.
Are we gonna just keep on making that pun?
Yes.
We can't do it.
Christ.
We can't do it. Oh my god.
All right. We are here today to discuss, for your listening pleasure, the 2004 release by Usher, Confessions.
Ooh.
So,
oh, that just feels so good. That's such a good title for an album too.
Yeah.
Especially for an R&B title. You just know what you're getting into. Confessions.
True. You see him in the confession booth on the cover, right?
Yeah.
Cover art is so very 2004.
Yeah, no, there's like the little
with
trim
his, like,
on it.
It's so remarkably 2004, yeah.
Trim.
Yeah, that's great.
And the font, too.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, we are, of course, going to bring you our traditions. So, I will go first.
Oh.
I'm going to go last.
Okay.
Treasure will go last.
I'll go
Trevor
second.
will go last. All right.
Treasure.
And just like that, the order's decided.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Drum roll.
That is entirely unnecessary. Fact of the episode is that on the Billboard Hot 100, Usher is tied for second with Elvis Presley, The Supremes, Jackson 5, George Michael, and Rihanna for most singles to hit the number one in the span of a calendar year.
Wow.
Jesus.
With
Who's
4
number one?
total singles.
Wow.
Number one and number
The Beatles?
and technically number one and tying themselves as at 5 and 6 singles to hit within a calendar year is the Beatles. Yeah.
The Beatles, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
They tied themselves.
Yeah, they were a monster.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dang.
I think their careers only spanned that decade too, like as a band. But they put out like 20 fucking albums.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
they were unreal.
Is ridiculous. Yeah.
Dang.
So anyway, he is also third all time for most cumulative weeks in the top 10 with 270 total weeks, behind only Mariah Carey at 283 and Rihanna at 360. So Rihanna has almost a cumulative
in the top 10
year. Or
in the top 10, you said?
A cumulative year worth of weeks. Yeah. Total weeks with a song in the top 10.
Man, I always forget how huge.
Is Drake
Usher
anywhere
was.
near that? Did you see that or?
The top 10 is there. I only recorded the number 1 and 2 for context.
Ah, okay.
Dang.
That's dope.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Mr. Usher.
But yes, the four singles that gave him that spot are on this album.
All 4?
Oh, right.
All 4 are on this album.
Makes sense.
So it should be what? Confessions 2, Burn.
Yeah.
Burn. And My Boo was the last one.
Oh, it could be.
I think it was the other really good one.
The other really good one.
The other one out of the 21 tracks.
I don't know how I blanked on that.
Oh wow!
Yeah. I think it was Caught Up in My Boo. I don't think was part of it.
Yeah, it was
because
part of it.
Just because
like
of
his
when it
biggest
was released.
album.
No way.
Yeah, it's like his biggest song.
I'm
to
definitely
date.
completely tripping. All right, hold on.
I was about to say, yeah, is his best, not best, his biggest song, like, period.
Everybody knows. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, we're saying it, yeah.
I know. You can't
Yeah.
not say it.
Yeah, no, I was wrong. It's
Okay.
not. It's not caught up. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
I was about
Okay.
to say, like,
Thank God.
Caught
The
Up's
world
great,
still
but-
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Caught Up is
The
great.
world still
Burn,
makes sense.
Confessions too, and
All right, cool.
My boo.
I like that fact.
Dang.
I do
Yeah,
like
that's dope. Massive artist. What the heck?
All right. Who's
Okay.
going next?
He's
Me.
doing the thing.
I wanted
Pause on
to
the massive
do.
artist.
You
wait,
need to.
before you go, because Trevor asked and I just found it as I was back on the Wikipedia page.
Oh.
Drake is right below Usher
Ah.
3?
for cumulative top tens
Yeah.
Oh wow.
at
My boy.
Okay.
244 weeks.
My boy.
Big.
So there
That's
you go.
big.
There's a little snapshot of music idolatry.
Idolatry. Okay.
Dope.
My
I don't
My
think I
track
used
of the
that
week.
word right, but that's fine.
I guess you could sort of connect it.
You said adultery?
Idolatry.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Adultery. Yes. Music
It
adultery.
is
was
a
trying-
prevalent theme on this album, so there
I was
you go.
trying to
That
get
is true.
at the idea of people
That
being
works.
idols and celebrities. But
Yeah.
I don't know if I used the word idolatry
I
right
think
at
it's
all.
okay.
That's what that
Can't
means. But
I think
anyway,
idolatry-
I'm just
No,
going to
it's
let
okay.
David go
Adultery.
before I.
Yeah, this
Creating,
is not the
worshiping of
content that
idols.
the people come for.
I
Let's talk about idolatry. All
I
right.
was
We
trying
love
to
you.
skim by it. Whatever.
My song is. Imagine if it was like Rivals versus Idols, or Idols become
That is a
Rivals.
dope
That would be
song.
insane. It's not that though. It's "Can't Take My Eyes Off You" by Lauryn Hill,
Oh,
which I've already
shit.
done a Lauryn Hill song, but I was like, this is another old school R&B hit off of Miseducation of Lauryn Hill,
Mhm.
and I just thought
Yeah,
if
you're
you
cheating,
like-
huh? You're doing
I
two
guess.
on one album, huh?
I
That is a dope
haven't.
song.
We're gonna talk about this. I haven't listened to too much R&B, like in the grand scheme of things. So I'm gonna get into more of it this year.
That is a very good starting R&B album for you to get into the
Yeah.
genre.
Yeah, sure. There's a whole mix of things on here. Can't Keep My Eyes Off of You is just a great hit, catchy song. Yeah, not much else. If you like
Is
Usher,
it nice and
some of the
sappy,
stuff.
or because I
Yeah.
can't remember how it goes.
yeah. I'm not gonna sing it, but yeah, it's very sappy
Damn.
and just like a love song and good hit. Family friendly, I think. Just play it at the barbecue, at the get together
At the barbecue, hell yeah.
with 4 people or whatever you have right now. You know,
Yachty David
Maybe-
cooking up steak.
cooking up steak.
Stick on my plate, steak.
Yeah.
All right.
it's a good one.
Something tells me this man would look good in an apron.
That's facts. My man
Okay.
looking like Jet Black.
Big
Yo.
facts.
Alex, bell peppers and beef.
All right.
Okay.
So next, I believe
Shout
we
out
have.
to you if you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You always do that. Next, we have
I'm
Alex.
corny as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Alex.
This one is a year joke, brethren. Why was 2019 afraid of 2020?
Oh God. Wow.
Oh,
Or
no.
why?
Because they had a fight, and 2021.
Ah. All right.
I'm glad it didn't result in one of them eating another person or another one like fucking
Yeah, I was
7,
like-
8, 9.
How would that work? Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
God.
2021. Welcome.
Cheers
Yeah.
to you. That was a good one.
Cheers.
I'm glad.
I'm glad.
That's
All right.
fun.
Well, in the spirit of me being absolutely the most corniest motherfucker on the planet,
Oh my God.
I'm
you did
going
it,
to-
Didn't you?
I'm going to take the famous last words on the song "Yeah" that Ludacris spits, and I'm gonna interpolate it for us. So here it goes. Hey yo, take that, rewind it back. Cameraman got the edit, make your booty go. Take that, rewind it back. Almo got the beat that make your booty go. Take that, rewind it back. Dave Vision also got the beat that make your booty go. Take that, rewind it back. Treasure got the moans that make your booty go.
Oh my
Oh my god. I made it worse at the end.
Jesus fucking
So much
Christ.
worse.
So I hope you all enjoyed that.
I did. No, that was good.
Yeah.
You gotta hype up.
In which every YouTube video we upload, we have to click in the settings. No, it's not made for kids.
Dude, oh my god.
My God.
I see that every time I go to put in the tags, and I'm just like, yeah, it is definitely not made for kids.
I was like, we get fucking rung up if we accidentally said, yes, it's made for children. Like,
Oh my god,
Yeah,
our channel would get
accidentally.
blacklisted like
Yeah,
in a
that'd be
second.
My God.
Yeah.
Well, they do that for ads and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Like personal,
And for
it turns off
recommendations.
personalized
Recommendations.
ads.
Yeah.
It turns off personalized ads for kids.
So.
Like if it's kids, then it's like a law or something now.
Yeah,
Dang.
Jesus.
We're gonna get age
Episode,
restricted probably.
Whatever
Yeah.
it was. Future
don't
sex
say
demon
that.
slayers.
Oh, we'd have to be egregious for that to happen. But
Maybe.
You never know. But anyways,
fine.
all right.
All right. Well, let's get into
10
it.
minutes in, let's fucking jump in. Let's just jump straight into it, baby.
Yeah.
Usher's
straight in.
Confessions.
Yeah.
I've been so stoked to talk about this album.
That's
I don't know
that's
why.
the key word is yeah. Because
Yeah.
Trevor and I think I said this
So-
to Trevor, is it
Yeah, go ahead.
it has somehow no business being on this album.
That's the first thing that comes to my mind, and I told that to Alex when we went to Disney, and I
Yeah.
played I played it in the car because he hadn't heard it before, and it's the album starts off with the intro. Yeah, the album starts off with the intro, and he's just like, these are my confessions, and he's like, and then like a nice little instrumental plays for
All
like 20
somber.
seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's just like, hey yo, H-Town, and it's just like,
The bells,
What?
everything.
Yeah.
It's
This?
like, what the
I
fuck?
know. It's
these are
hilarious.
confessions.
Yeah,
Well, you
I
know
also
what?
thought like I want to be mad at it being the first track after that like intro bit, but like I don't. It would be worse anywhere else on the album. I think because
Maybe.
I
it
don't
would be
No, I don't think
because
so.
basically
You know what?
every song is like moody to some degree.
Yeah,
And
that's
not
what I
like
was
a
gonna
fully
say.
a club song. I mean, Caught Up is you could sequence it with
Caught Up is
I
super
guess.
clubby.
Yeah,
Red Light
but-
could be clubby, but like that could have
Like,
fit
it was
anywhere
so
else.
weird.
I think, dude,
I
I would have.
because obviously
would've
everyone's
made-
heard yeah. So like my first listen, I was just like I was not looking at the track list, and it just came on, and I was like, oh, this is on here, and then
Oh,
the
yeah.
rest of the album is nothing like that.
Nothing. Red Light
Yeah.
is close. Red Light is close.
guess,
Yeah, a
That's
little bit.
about it.
Yeah.
I guess.
Like,
Even
the
like the
Red Light has a-
similar.
Red Light has a similar intro, not intro, instrumental, but otherwise,
yeah.
no. It's like
Dude,
it's
I'm
a
thinking
sore
like a
thumb on
similar
it.
thing. Like they had this dope song and they knew that it was gonna be a hit, and they're like, "Where do we put this?" And then like, we'll just put it at the front. I mean, realistically, it sounds weird when you take it in the whole perspective of it being right after the intro, but at the same time, like, who's gonna listen to the intro more than once? Like, you skip that shit the first
Yeah.
time. You listen to it, it's cool. You're not
Yeah.
gonna like always let it play. Like, you're just gonna skip it. But
Yeah, so they shouldn't have even had it.
but
But
they might have had
they-
that in mind. They knew that was gonna be
Was the
what it
biggest
is,
hit. Yeah.
yeah.
it was also common practice, at least back then. If you look at some of those like super stardom albums that came out, you'll
Uh-huh.
see the lead singles that were like they'll be
Yeah.
placed sequence super
Right
early in the
at the
album, if not
Yeah.
the fucking title, like the first track.
That's true with like Nightmare and like certain like,
Yeah.
they put the
A
biggest hit
lot
at the
a
beginning.
lot of albums
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, so they're definitely doing that. But I tried to make it make sense because he's talking about the story of meeting this girl at the club. I was like, so is this?
I guess.
he meets a girl who he cheats with, and then it gets into the other stuff. I could see that.
I guess.
It's like it's only good for one track, and then it gets all moody. But
So I wanna walk back a take that I had with David. I don't think I
Yeah.
said this on the podcast, but I said
Right.
that I would put up DJ Got Us Falling in Love over in terms of songs that I personally enjoyed more. Because whenever I went to like pub crawls and stuff, they played both of those tracks every time. It didn't matter because those tracks are both fucking massive hits.
Yeah.
And every time they came on in the club, I preferred to hear DJ Got Us Falling in Love. I don't know. Maybe it's just like more happy, I guess. I'm just kind of a sap, I guess. But listening to this album has me having way over that, and I had a shitty take. Total shit take. It was completely because I had so many memories of just hearing that song like when I was in like my middle school like skating rink.
yeah.
Like with all those field trips you would go to, and you just hear it, and you're just like a prepubescent teen you have no idea like how to talk to women or anything. You've never talked to a woman, and you just hear and it's just like, come on, man. Like, I shouldn't be hearing this.
That is true.
Becky's throwing it back in the corner, but I've never even hugged a girl, so I don't know what the fuck is going on.
He's throwing it back in the corner.
That's interesting because DJ Got Us Falling in Love is it's hard to say which one I'd prefer, to be honest. I know.
So you're a big fan of that one too?
I'm a big fan. Also, it has the added benefit of being the creeper all man memes.
Oh Jesus! Oh my God!
Yo, that's so good.
I like the freaking Minecraft remix better than the original. Honestly, I do not like the original song at all.
Cameron, wow. Okay, whoa.
The Minecraft remix is pretty dope.
Spicy.
Yeah, big spicy.
We are getting spicy real quick.
Cameron Cameron showed me that song when I was playing. I think it was Doom. And it was like 2 a.m, and he just starts playing it in Discord, and he just like, and I'm just like,
Minecraft song?
Yes, and I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? What are you playing?
A classic. It has a Captain Sparkles verse on it instead of
Yeah,
dude. Classic.
Crazy, bro.
Elite.
Yeah,
that was peak Minecraft YouTube.
It really was, because they had the animation, they had the Captain Sparkle skin. He was like dancing.
Yeah.
I seen him. They had a whole story to tell.
We are so off track.
I know,
Yeah,
but I
we are
definitely
way off
watched the
track.
video when it came out. That was a hit. But
Not even talking about the same album.
yeah, but yeah, like I was
man.
confused with Get Low. I think when I was a kid, and then I was just like,
Get Low is in like the Flowrider song.
I see that.
Low with Lil Jon and the
From the window to the wall.
They call the Terror Squad.
I don't know.
Whatever.
I can't remember anything, but now I love and I couldn't. I think I was like a hipster or something when I was a kid because I never liked the big hits. But now I'm like, is one of the best hit songs like ever, like club hits.
That's facts. No, that's not a hot take at all.
Yeah,
I totally see that.
I'm a big fan.
I'm pouring this bullshit.
Enjoyed it every time. So
I just fucking spilled it all over my pants, so I'm an idiot.
Attaboy.
And I just cleaned these jeans. Nice. No.
Okay.
But I wanted to say
the show.
yes, that's great. I did want to say, I was saying this in pre-pro, that Luda's verse is probably the best rap verse on any pop song, period. Like his 16 is so incredibly solid and hype and just clean as fuck. Bruh.
Right, yeah.
He does everything you need.
Like pop rap is usually never good in my opinion.
Yeah.
So it's like, when he actually drops a dope verse.
It's definitely not a Mr. Worldwide scenario.
Which is what I'm saying. You can't compare.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That's fucking funny. Man. My God.
But the DJ Got Us Falling in Love.
That's fine.
And that's facts.
That is facts.
So, moving on from which is probably one of my favorites on there.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Do we want to go up and down the track list, or I wanted to do like overall thoughts?
Yeah, there's like 80 songs, so
there's a million songs.
I would
it doesn't
say
require that much of a deep dive. I did want to say, this is what I wanted to say before. I don't know if you guys are aware, but the story behind this album, the whole having a side chick and then getting her pregnant, and having to tell your significant other, that story does not belong to Usher. That didn't happen to him. That happened to Jermaine Dupri, who is one of the main producers on this album.
Oh, wow.
And that's his story. And he wrote that for Usher to sing. And originally, it came out as just him writing the first Confession song without the side chick shit. And I guess Usher was like, yo, there has to be more to the story. And so Jermaine Dupri just like fucking went off and wrote the second one. And I guess the part 2 was written in an hour and like done in an hour. It was very quick. Yeah.
So is part 2 not based off of real events?
It's based on it's absolutely based on it's based on JD's
okay, so it wasn't like they were like, there has to be more to the story, let's make up an ending. It was like there has to be more to the story because there actually is, and they actually just finished the story. Okay.
Usher wasn't aware, and then I guess JD told him and wrote the song.
Interesting.
Usher's just sitting there laughing like, damn.
It's like, all right.
That's a story.
Yeah. Right,
but like,
about that.
I was always under the impression that what he was singing about was his life events, but it's not.
Well,
I was, until right now. Yeah, I thought it was.
At least those songs. Maybe obviously he draws inspiration from his other stuff, but
well, yeah, he's obviously talking about it in like as if it is his perspective, so it's easy to make that assumption.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, going into how did you guys feel about this album as a whole?
I thought it was super dope. I was telling you this when we were talking earlier in the week, but like I haven't realized like how many songs I've actually like heard before, just from like stuff that like either my mom would play or like pretty much a lot of that is like that. So like some of these songs I've heard for like so many years in my life, and it's like damn.
Yeah,
like
that's how I felt about Future
true.
Sex Love Sounds.
Yeah,
that's true.
That one too.
I just like subconsciously was comparing the two albums for some reason, even though they're nothing alike.
Yeah,
they just came out at a similar time.
Yeah,
and they're both superstars. So I just kept putting them together for some reason. But
well, that's probably why they both just have hits on them, like insane amounts.
Yeah. Which is it's interesting going back to like these songs or these albums from like the early 2000s and stuff or mid 2000s, because it always felt like when I got to like being a teenager, it was like the 2010s, and I wouldn't like look back at the stuff that just happened when I was a kid, and like I'd kind of like look down on it, and then it's like going back, it's like you hear the dope music that was big back then.
Yep.
And you still get a lot out of it. It's really cool because I enjoy this one a lot too.
How'd you feel about it, Cameron?
I thought it was alright. I don't like it that much.
Look,
It's definitely one I won't be listening to in its entirety.
You're being serious? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you repeat that? Because I blocked all of that negative emotion out.
Basically, it's one I won't be listening to in its entirety again. There's a couple I'd pick out and put in playlists, but
what are those couple?
Yeah, obviously,
definitely,
like we said,
you're
Caught Up.
Army. Caught Up is good.
Great one.
And then
No Part 2?
Maybe just that.
Wow. Not either of the
not either of the Confession tracks?
I would hear to care like whenever. I actually didn't like either Confession track. Because I hated the subject matter. I thought it was dumb as fuck.
Huh?
Why is the subject matter bad?
Because it was just like it was also no, because like it was weird to me because it's like
this is Bring the Ruckus all fucking over again, man.
It's written like I know y'all are setting me up.
We're not setting you up. You're bringing these cold.
You played yourself.
That's the joke. I just didn't. It's like it's written like in tonality. It's like a love song. It's like like whatever, and then it was just I don't know. I was fucking cringing my head off when it was like I think it's at the end, and he's like chick on the side, and then he's ad-libbing himself in the back, and he's like on the side, and it's like why?
Yeah, he goes ham on the ad-libs this whole album.
I'm just like
good. Just like I don't know, like you're cheating on your girl with multiple women in multiple different cities, and now I'm supposed to empathize
he says,
with
hey,
you.
Chick, chill. It's just one.
It's just one,
right?
Yeah, he just says, I got a chick on the side with the crib and a ride up and telling
now
you so many lies.
And now you know it's not even him. Does that change anything for you?
A little bit, yeah.
That is interesting. I was thinking about that, like, because we listened to the expanded edition, and then on Confessions Part 2 remix, he basically like just is like, man, I did this, and now the chick's running around and talking about me. Frick you! And it's like, what the? He just like goes back on everything.
I didn't even hear that song a single time.
I guess it's not technically, you wouldn't count it as part of the original album, so whatever. And I guess he's like basically doing it for his man Jermaine Dupri, if that's the case. But that was weird. So I get what you're saying, and like having this big hit about it, but
yeah,
I don't know.
It
also,
definitely
not like Confessions.
It definitely
Part
changes
2
it a little bit.
Hot take.
It definitely changes it. I mean, it's catchy, but I don't fucking like. He's like, I almost cried when I got that phone call, and it's like, oh, you got your like. Not only were you stupid enough to cheat, but you also fucking busted in it. Like, I don't feel bad for you. It's like
I feel you.
Well, it's not. We don't have to feel bad for him, but
I know, but that feels like the tone of the song. It's like, oh, it's so like boo-hoo, like you fucked yourself over. Like I
feel like he's saying like
he doesn't want pity though in those songs. He's literally coming out and saying, hey, I'm an idiot. I did this.
I will say that as well is that knowing it's not about Usher himself changes it, because if you publish 2 songs on an album like this, like that, it feels more like feel bad for me, or like I'm an empathetic character in this story, as opposed to him telling it for someone else makes it more of like a telling the story from the first person's perspective, and that changes things, I guess. But I still don't like the song.
Dang. Because
you don't like that flow that just when I thought I said all
I do, but it's all fucking cringe because of the subject matter to me. Like, it's all freaking weird. Like, I hate using the word cringe because it's so like fucking internet culture weird, but like that's like kind of what it gave. It's like this tone doesn't match what you're like. I don't know.
It's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I feel like at some point I just accepted that people make like even hit catchy songs about like really bad situations in real life, and like I don't think he was being like pity me. He was like,
he definitely wasn't.
Like the Confessions part 1 is the chorus is he's literally like, everything I was doing was all bad. Like I really fricked up. I'm an idiot. Like I feel like it's kind of a good experience to get out there in the form of song and like let people know what happens when you cheat and stuff like that.
Totally.
Kind of thing.
I will admit, when I first heard the first song, I like laughed because the hook is funny to me. Like, I got a chick on the side with a crib and around. Like, who comes out and and tells someone that? Like, that just like being that vulnerable to like not hide it and having just to like have the balls to go to your significant other and say, "Hey, I've been paying for this chick's rent. I got her a whip, and I've been fucking her brains out. But you know, I feel bad now. You know, that subject matter definitely is it's new, at least to me. I don't know of anyone else that came out and actually sang about that, unless maybe a line or two, not 2 hit records. Yeah,
because it's so blatant. I think on part 2 or something, in one of the verses, he says like, every time I was in LA, I was
in Beverly Center or whatever, like not giving a shit about who saw me.
Man. Yeah, that is a lot.
That was, I guess the overall thing was like, I don't know. What do you want me to do with this information? I don't want this information. I don't need this information. I don't like, you're just telling me that you cheated and then you got her pregnant and now your life is fucked up. Like, okay.
I guess maybe put yourself in that situation. It would be a little crazy. Like, just it's groundbreaking in that way of just like having the balls to make those songs about that. That's fucking crazy to me. Because a lot of R&B is mostly just oh, my heart's broken. Like, at least the older R&B is like either your heart's broken or you're madly in love.
Yeah, I was thinking.
It's just.
I was thinking about. Oh, go ahead.
I don't know. It's just not the way I would do it. If you like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's groundbreaking in that way.
It just seems so. I don't know. It seems so over the top. Like I just kind of picture like the guy like sitting his girl down in the living room and being like, I got to tell you something. And he just plays that track and it's like the chorus popping off and she's just like, why are you putting so much effort into this?
Because it feels bad.
I don't fucking know. Man. It was just so weird to me. I don't want to listen to those songs.
Well, I do want.
Not liking part 2 is a fucking hot take, but
I'll tell you what I do want to listen to.
Sure,
I want to listen to. I want to listen to Trevor's overall thoughts.
Oh, I see you. No, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I do think that the album is very front loaded, and what I mean by that is that most of the stronger tracks are through about. Let me pull up the track list. Yeah, up and through Superstar. That's about where it kind of starts to fall off for me. Simple Things is great as well, but there's a lot of tracks on here that I could just give a fuck about. There's a string of 4 songs on there, 3 of which are very sensual. That's What It's Made For, Can You Handle It, and Do It To Me. All of those songs get a hard skip for me.
Yeah, I'm glad someone agrees with me on that, because I didn't want to.
I don't want to come off as that guy that doesn't like the sensual side of music, but these 3 were not it, man, at all.
That's what it's made for.
At all. That's what it's made for. And he is saying some flagrant shit, like just like fucking unprotected and like nutting in chicks. And I'm just like, bruh, you gotta chill, man. You are worth way too much money to just throw your dick around like that.
And there was in fucking which one is it? And That's What It's Made For. it's like 3/4 of the way through. There's like a mini skit that's like 10 seconds long.
Yeah, where
like,
they're just it's
she's
not
like,
10 seconds. It's like 30 seconds. Where
yeah,
they're
you're
just
right.
like,
It's actually way longer than that. Yeah.
oh baby,
and she's like,
yeah,
get it,
Right.
get it up one more time. And he's like, and then Usher's like moaning too. It's like the worst part.
I can't, but I'll do it for you.
He's
Oh,
like-
I'm doing it for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
And
Usher's moaning in your fucking ear. It's
Yeah, I was listening to that pulling into Chipotle, and I was like, turn this like way down. I turned it down to like an eighth of the volume, dude. I was like, all right, what's up?
Those Bad Girl is so trash. Let me get that out there. The instrumentation is great. The lyrics are so ass.
Give me one of them.
Give me one of them.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so
Give me one of them. If you don't get your fucking ass out of here right now.
I guess we have a similar take on this album, except for Confessions.
No. Those four. No, let's stop you right there. Let's
What?
stop you right
Chill
there.
out right
No,
there.
for those four songs I could do without. Everything else is great.
I think I could see where Cameron's coming from, because I think on my first listen, I was pretty what's the word, ambivalent or something, or I didn't care much about it that much. I thought like the only good tracks were like the first four or something, and then which I still think those are some of the strongest. Like you get freaking Yeah and Confessions, and
like I said, it's fully front loaded.
Yeah, but then definitely the second listen, and I've listened to stuff just like by like a few tracks just shuffled and whatever too, but there's a lot to it, but I could really get more into the R&B group. Be like a lot of these are really well written, like I don't know, like catchy songs. There's nothing crazy lyrically going on except where he goes off the wall and is flagrant, like Trevor was saying. But it's like it's not like amazing lyrics, but it's really well produced throughout. Like there's not really any problem you're gonna have with like any of the other songs of like playing them and someone like this is like weird or this is not. I don't know. This is not.
I will say that most of the beats, I'll dig into Cameron's side. Most of the beats on there are pretty similar.
Yeah,
like it's very. You can tell this is an album. Like if that's like the stupidest like way for me to say that, but they all sound like they belong in the same body of work. Oh. And even Rocio said that like I was playing it in the car, and I managed to get through like maybe 90% of the album, and like my first impression of it was just like these sound very similar sonically.
Mm-hmm.
Like I couldn't tell the beats apart. They all had guitars that were like tuned really low, and they had, just the same snare, the same beat pattern. It was pretty much the same song over and over and over. But I don't know. I've thought I enjoyed most of it. I like Seduction a lot.
Yeah,
I think that beats Eminem's Seduction by a long shot.
Oh dang, man, come on!
No, that single Seduction. That bruh, I get wet just thinking about that shit. So good.
Right. It was, it's pretty samey, but I feel like it's less and less samey the more I listen to the stuff.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
I don't know.
I think for me, one of my favorites I've heard growing up all these years is My Boo. I may have a thing for Alicia Keys. I don't know.
Could be.
That's fair. She's very beautiful. She's got a great voice too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My Boo's, that chorus is like unbeatable. I was like, this is on the expanded edition. It's like technically a bonus track or whatever. Like, dang. I thought actually one of the things I was gonna say was I think they could have just moved a lot of the bonus tracks in and taken out like that's what it's made for and stuff, and just it would have been a better album for it.
I agree.
Because I pretty much enjoyed the bonus track.
Every bonus track, Red Light was very strong for me too.
Yeah, and it was pretty different, and so
Superstar is really cute. I like the interlude too, and then it leads into just a really cute song.
I'm not big on that, but
I just like the concept of it because he's such a like. At least like looking at it from his perspective, he's a fucking megastar, and he's writing it in the form of being a fan of his lover.
Yeah,
and, like wanting their autograph. I think it's super adorable.
It's pretty cute. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, I don't know.
The throwback's pretty good too with Jada.
Oh yeah,
yes,
that wasn't bad.
Right?
Yeah,
Just Blaze.
Yeah,
it was fun with them.
I like Jada.
We haven't. I don't think we've talked about the one that you guys have been quoting over and over again.
What, Burn?
Burn.
Burn was great, and I guess I have
Burn.
experience with this song before. I never heard it before, but David and I and Cameron love Good Kid, Mad City, and on one of those tracks, Money Trees, he quotes it, or he doesn't quote it, but he like shouts it out. Usher, Raymond, Let It Burn came on, and Burn came on.
Yeah, okay.
So like I heard that line over and over and over and over, and then I finally listened to this album, and that song comes on, and I'm like, wait, where have I heard this before?
Oh, it's that
Let
song.
It Burn. Yeah, so that's the song. Yeah,
That's
Burn
cool.
is fantastic.
Yeah,
Bop and a half.
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know. There's definitely a lot of songs that's gonna be stuck in my head for these past few weeks. That I'm gonna these next few weeks where I'm gonna have to just keep turning it back on for a little while.
I can agree.
I was telling you guys that like it's a testament to how well this album is written, because I have only heard it a handful of times, and normally I have to listen to a song like 8 million times to get the hook down. And I was catching on to the hooks like pretty quick. Like they were immaculately created.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Like the Confessions hook is crazy. Just like not part 2, just the original. Like just the way he leads in with the words. Yeah. He has some great flows on here, and he's not a rapper.
Yeah.
No.
I think it's really easy listening is what I was trying to get at too. Like, it's super catchy. Almost every song is gonna be catchy and like stuck in your head at some point. I don't know. Yeah, it's not like one of my favorite. Like, it's interesting thinking about how this is a classic. I think Trevor got at it with how like talking about cheating in such an open way is like what made it a classic, probably because. And it's just,
along with the very strong singles.
Yeah, like a well-produced, catchy R&B album. But I'm not. It's not like, oh my god, like I see how this changed everything. Like the first time I listened to it, but then it's like, okay, yeah.
I think like going back. I think going back to like the whole subject matter thing. It's like, I wonder like how much. I guess it has to be significantly easier for him to have. Like talked about it that it's not him, it's not his story.
Yeah, right.
Like, I wonder how he felt about that, about portraying another's story through those lyrics, because those lyrics kind of gave him a little controversy when he was putting the album together. But
yeah. I mean, he even says like this is going to be the hardest thing I've ever done or whatever, and it's like,
well, he plays it well. He has to get in that mood for that. In a sense, he's playing a character.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
it's not his life. Yeah. He has to put it in their shoes.
But he's making an album. He knows what he's got to do to make the hits.
Yeah, I can definitely appreciate it because I think telling someone else's story is definitely valid. I think even like Nas on Illmatic, like a lot of the stuff he did was like, seeing stuff around him.
And that's what Hove was getting at, was that you were a witness. I forget the actual line that he says, but he says something along the lines of, "You're in the window. I'm the one doing it."
Yes, yeah. So I think it's a valid form of storytelling, though. It's cool.
Absolutely, you don't have to live it to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Especially in that instance, like it's his homeboy or something.
Yeah, like you're close to the people. Like Nas knows the experience. Usher is like telling his friend's story. It's like, yeah.
I wanted to rattle off some accolades of this album. I think it did win Best R&B Album at the Grammys. It is a certified diamond album.
Oh, wow.
Diamond, as in 10 million units were sold in the United States over.
Man,
the summer of 2004 was feeling Usher.
Yeah. This was the second highest album sales of the decade. And the only album that beat it was Marshall Mathers LP1 in terms of raw sales in the United States. It sold 1.096 million copies in its first week, which is fucking ridiculous. And they were like even combating bootlegging at the time. So even just selling 1 million copies when people were still bootlegging is phenomenal.
Yeah,
that's nuts. Just the idea of 1 million people going to the store to buy your fucking CD in a span of 7 days is nuts. It's fucking nuts to me.
It's a dream. That is crazy.
It is the dream.
Imagine being in that time you go in the store like, you here for the LP too? Yes.
Yeah. Marshall Mathers LP. I know. That's wild.
Yeah, he is one of the best. He's one of the highest selling artists of all time. He has like 66 million songs sold or albums sold or something like that. I was reading his Wikipedia page. Yeah, and the album I think got like a 71 on Metacritic, like aggregated. So our feelings toward it as being not like necessarily a groundbreaking classic are justified. Like people do feel that way, I think, but looking back on it, it's still a stellar album at the time.
Yeah, like it was. Yeah, it was like new for the time, and it's still a good album, but it's not like regarded as one of the best albums of all time by like most people, I guess. But
yeah,
interesting.
It's definitely not a future Sex Love Sounds in terms of sonically groundbreaking.
I was thinking that Future Sex Love Sounds is crazy.
It's crazy, yeah. Any other thoughts on this one? Any standout tracks or tracks that you absolutely despise that you want to tell the audience?
I have mixed feelings about the Confessions 2 remix.
Right.
Okay. I am not aware of any of this.
You're
track
not aware of it. Like there's like it kind of towards the beginning. It's like she's like, "Oh, penitentiary, will you accept the charges?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'll accept them." And then like I don't know who, I forget his name. I looked up his name earlier, but some dude, he's like, his verse is like through the prison phone. It sounds like
Shine. It's Shine.
Okay,
Shine. That's right. That's what it is. It sounds like he's rapping through a prison phone. That's what he's doing.
I believe he has an entire album. I think Rory from Joe Budden Podcast talks about this. He has an entire album where he recorded it from a jail cell.
Yeah, yeah. You're gonna have to miss me with that. I'm
like, dang. I mean, it's like a cool.
I can respect the hustle from doing it from jail and that whole story, but listening to it,
I agree.
Like,
I know you can't understand it at all. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, and then there's Twista on it, which I like Twista's verse on it. He always has that fast sort of rhythm.
Oh, baby, I need someone fast. Oh, I know the dude.
College dropout era Kanye. He shouts it out. You can definitely tell it's from this time because it's such a college dropout style verse.
Like I was saying earlier, like you could tell, at least for me, Eminem and Kanye are easily the two rappers that you can tell when they recorded it. Like you can absolutely tell when Ye recorded shit. Like
yeah, you can tell like down to the album almost. Like it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, you hear it like, yep, this came out in 2004.
It'd probably be hard to tell the difference between Dropout and Registration, but everything else.
That's the only one. Everything else is crazy. Yeah, it's a funny track. It's just weird. Yeah, it's a weird, funny track though.
I've never been into to remixes. Like when we listen to Future Sex, I like there's like 3 tracks that were like bonus tracks or whatever. Like one was with Beyonce, like Until the End of Time. There was a couple remixes. I think Chop Me Up was a remix too. And I just skipped them. I didn't even listen to them. I'm not a big remix guy.
Yeah, unless it's the Waterfall remix, but
facts. Later, chill. You'll get your time to shine.
Shine. Yeah, but I agree. Something about like it always bothered me that there's like the Diamonds remix and the original song on Late Registration.
Yeah, it's like
get the one song and put it out and have it be the song.
I do agree.
And then the remix on there is the song that everyone knows. I couldn't even tell you a bar from the original song, like at all.
Yeah, it's funny. But yeah.
For me, the whole remix thing is highly dependent on the song. There's a lot of song remixes that I like. I know in like Spanish music, there's a hell of a lot like more remixes are more common, and they usually just have more people.
Do they change the beat up at all, or?
So it depends on the remix sometimes, but most of the time it's just more people with more verses, and it's cool to hear.
Yeah,
I do agree with David. Like sometimes there'd be like albums where they put the original song and the remix on it, and I'm like, I don't get that.
I mean, Jack Harlow did that with What's Poppin', but the What's Poppin' remix is hard as fuck.
It's like it's like a rare time. It's like when they have this hit song that's mostly by themselves, and then like the remix, they just get like 8 freaking
3 or 4. Yeah,
people.
It's basically
like,
a
just
different
too
song.
many people. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like okay, I guess I get that.
Yeah, but
What's
it's a different song with more people on it. But it's literally the same like song at the same time. So it's like
same instrumentation, different verses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a different song, but it's the same song, is what we're agreeing on.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
think what we're trying to say is that it's the same
Yep.
song, but it's a different song.
Right. Yeah.
Alex got it right there.
So
yeah, I'm gonna be a dickhead again and ask y'all to rate it, even though I know we don't rate this shit.
We don't rate the classic.
I give it a classic out of 10 because I don't
That's
know.
fine. You know what? I'm gonna give me 2 of those. I'll do a classic out of 10.
Okay.
Was something asked of me when I didn't have my ears in?
Yeah. Trevor's
Yeah,
asking us to rate it, but we're just calling it classic.
I think I'm better off not knowing your rating.
Oh, no.
Don't do that to Cameron.
The takes.
Yeah, I mean,
will be
it
flying
wouldn't
everywhere.
be all that high, so that's fine. We'll just move
I
on.
will give it.
I'm
say
not surprised that you don't like it, but I'm a little hurt that you don't like part 2.
All right, maybe when I knock you up, I'll have the life experience to
we have to have
enjoy
the
part 2.
context to like the song.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Got a Trev on the side. Yeah.
I got
Get a Trev on the side. Goodness.
with a PS5 and a ride.
Hey,
Not like this.
Oh
I
my
will
god,
I will say Usher is a smooth dude.
dude!
He's a smooth dude.
My man,
I agree with that.
if you don't like the song and the lyrics, just praise his vocals. His vocals are soaring on this. They're clear and crisp as hell.
Yeah.
It's a little
He killed
ridiculous,
this
honestly.
Yeah.
He killed this shit.
Yeah.
So, do we want to tell the beautiful people what album it is we are reviewing next? Have we decided on that?
Dang.
We have not.
We have
Let me
not.
flag this real quick.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, we lit! My man Alex coming in with the clutch. All right.
That'd be a
I'm
few
just gonna
weeks.
jump cut. I'm just gonna jump cut to Trevor clapping and being happy. So
All
there
right.
we go.
These are my confessions.
So yeah.
All right. So
Big announcement.
So can I announce it? Since I'm a little hard now.
You know we're not doing that one next, right?
I know. Jesus, chill.
We gotta say the next music box episode.
We're already recording anyway, so fuck it.
Okay.
So, my beautiful people, for
Good
the
Lord.
next music box installment, we are going to tackle our favorite albums, our top 10 favorite albums of all time.
Of all time.
Did you hear me? All time. This is like all genres, everything you've ever heard. You're gonna get 4 top 10s from us of all time. That will be in 2 weeks, and then the music box episode after that, we will be reviewing the one and only Ariana Grande's "Thank You Next." So if you're a pop stan in any fashion, please stay tuned for that one. I'm very much excited to hear you guys' thoughts on that album.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is
I'm
why
excited.
Trevor was all giddy and clapping when I cut back in, is because
just for context.
we told him that we would in fact do Thank You Next.
I think I wore an Ari shirt on the show like a few weeks back. So
For the top 10 albums or something. Yeah.
I had the pleasure of seeing her a year and a half ago, which was great.
Yeah. So this is exciting. It's going to be a big episode. Our personal favorites of all time, stuff from our past and whatever.
Excruciatingly fucking that was such an endeavor.
Yeah. And then it'll be something new for all of us except Trevor. It'll be something crazy.
That'd be awesome. I'm excited to revisit that project and hear you guys' thoughts.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for you guys' top 10.
Yeah, I know.
David's. I know most of David's, but I just want to know the order.
You could probably pick out most.
I think we all know David's.
I'm mostly worried for my top 10. I don't know.
Wow.
You're fine.
I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know. It's gonna be hard.
It'll be interesting.
Stay
I guess
tuned,
the order,
beautiful people. You will hear it with us.
Tuned for that. Yeah, and for now, thanks for listening to this one. Hope you guys.
This was fun. I'm glad we enjoyed, or not enjoyed, because I know Cameron hates this album to death. But I'm glad we finally heard it.
Bro. I'm the freaking worst. Yeah.
No, that's fine. You can have your opinion, and that's great. It provides content for me to be all, holy shit, you don't like the shit I like.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, I
don't
want to cap this off as I didn't enjoy it at all. I don't hate the album. I just wouldn't listen to it in its entirety again. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't play it front to back. I would pick out the couple I wanted to hear, or like if I wanted to hear Burn at a given
That's the problem.
time.
You said literally
I
two.
would do that.
Yeah.
I said two that I would put. I said two that I would want to like care to hear anytime.
I'm just yanking.
Which would be in a playlist.
Yeah,
I know.
It's fine. It's fine. So let us know if you hated Confessions, or if you
I'm
liked
personally
it.
thankful that we got to hear it because this has been on my personal list to listen to for quite a while. So
Yeah,
glad we had the excuse to explore it.
it's a cool experience. Yeah. Thanks for listening. It's been real.
Hey.
Yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed listening to our confessions. I love you all.
Ooh. Took my line, you fuck.
Dang.
God dang. All right. Well, adios, everyone.
Let us pod. Peace out, beautiful fucking people.